Hey Internet, it's Arch, and welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, today's episode, our old friends at Live Oak Bank are back yet again. They must be the most friendly bank when it comes to new and existing customers. This time around, they've got $200 up for grabs, compliments of their savings account. So, in typical fashion, we'll talk about this offer, terms and conditions, requirements, eligibility, everything you need to know to make their money, your money, potentially once again. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, as always, down below, you will have a direct offer link, not a referral, something to get you where you need to go the fastest, as well as a blog post. We have seen these guys quite a few times. I think as early as probably this past spring, but as we said, spoiler, this will be for new and existing customers. So let's get to work here, taking a look at the promotional material. And here you have it. Not a happy person in the site. I do like that they kind of drew their little infographic. That is something for a hand touch, but overall, no happy. I don't remember if they've had happy people in the past or not. So either way, what are we going to do here? Well, this follows suit from all their other past promotions. So you need to open a new savings account, deposit $20,000 by September 30th. So we do have a little bit of time, but it will go by quickly. And you then maintain that balance for 60 days. The bonus post within 45 days of completion. Technically, this one is valid through September 30th, but not really because you have to have the money over there by September 30th. So you don't want to cut it that close. So just keep that in mind overall. Again, possible it gets extended, but, there we go. So overall, not too bad. This, like I said, this does mirror. They've usually had a personal and a business offer. I've done them both here and there in the past. Worth noting this savings account is 4%. So because it's 4%, if you don't have anything else to do with your money, 4% plus an extra $200 for not that long of a holding period, I think is plenty fine to do. I would need this to be extended until like October, then I would hit them again, but I don't have the money freed up by the end. I think I just sent 25 grand over to US Bank for their business offer. So, but overall, I will say the other thing I will say about this is I look back, the last time we covered this offer, I think the APY is a little bit higher, which is just up to where the market's at, and they were paying 300 as opposed to 200. But even then, again, I think it comes down to whatever you have going on. So I don't think this is that bad, even being a different one. So overall, let's keep it going here. Eligibility, fees, and closure next. Now, here we have it. This is, of course, nationwide. They do have this in here. So in addition to the other requirements that we just went over for the bonus offer, existing Live Oak Bank customers must maintain their existing account balances, not including interest accrued but not credited to the account, at or above the end of day balance as of September 1st, 2025. Across their existing personal savings in order to be eligible for this bonus offer. So basically what they're saying is if you had, $10,000 on deposit on September 1st, then you can't take that money out, send it to Bank of America, then send it back to your new savings account. So I'm going to guess most of us did not leave money in there. But if you did, just, that you can't touch that money either. That's just kind of protect them from you just cycling out the same money to a new account. The savings account is, of course, fee-free, which is always nice to see. And there is no closure rule listed. But I suppose I should start closing some of these because I think I have a few open. They've done checking accounts in the past, too. So there you go. Again, just watch that one rule and the date. Not too bad. Maybe, if you're finishing up an old offer or something. I don't know when the last one expired, but overall, not too bad. So, notes section here. When I have them, they do pay fairly quickly. Maybe, it's not 40. I don't believe it's 45 days. It's usually 2 weeks, maybe a week, 2 weeks, something like that. Afterwards that they do pay out, which is pretty nice. I was reading through some of the comments on the Good Doctor credit, and it looks like even if you have an existing savings account, which I do, many of you might, you will need to actually open up a new one to qualify for this. It's not like you can just put the money in the open account, which I'm not sure why they did, because on one hand, I feel like they know exactly who they're marketing to. I feel like they're doing this on purpose, leaving this open, and they can see the influx of money. They do what they need to do with it, and then, whenever time they need money again, they do another promotion, which is great because, again, new and existing customers isn't always the most common thing in this space. So, again, just remember, I didn't see a promo code or anything, so just go from that page. It'll probably have you log in, as an existing customer, but then just open up another savings account, deposit that money, and you're good to go. Remember the balance piece, and no big deal. So overall, like I said, I think 4% is fine. It's been $100 higher in the past, at least the last offer. I didn't go back too far, but I know we've been talking about these guys for probably, seems like 2 years, both business, personal. Again, they had checking offers in the past as well. So I would do this one again. If it got extended, I would do it, but I don't think it's going to get it. Well, I mean, it might. You never really know. But either way, just be mindful of the data as well. So that's what we have for you. Not too bad. So let's hit the summary slide, and we'll plug some stuff to wrap up our 8 minutes together. And as far as the summary slide, here you go. The target, as we said, is Live Oak Bank. Your product is their savings account. This is, of course, nationwide. The payout, you're looking at $200, and of course, whatever you get on that 4% APY, again, you can just kind of do the math on that. I mean, there's a calculator on their main page, on their promo page, if you really want to know how much total you'll get, opportunity cost and whatnot. But there you go, $200 is the main takeaway. Requirements, as we said, you do need to deposit $20,000 by September 30th. So just remember that, because again, the offer is listed as it ends September 30th, which is true. But if you signed up by September 29th, that's likely not enough time to have the money fully posted to the account. So you want to catch it a few days before the end date to be sure. And once the money's over there, you do need to maintain the balance for 60 days. I didn't see if it started. I don't believe it starts on like day 31 or whatever. I didn't see that. I think it's just 30 days from when it hits. But again, with the 4% balance, APY, not too bad. There are no fees on the savings account, which is nice. And closure, you can shut it down if you like. Again, because many of us are getting quite the collection of Live Oak accounts. But there you go, just like that. That is $200 for you. But of course, if this offer is not for you, well, then check out profitablecontent.com, which is, of course, the channel's blog, which is always linked down below for you, as well as on the channel homepage. Over there, we have the latest news stories. We have bank promotions just like this when they happen, to get the video out. We're usually about a week or two behind. We like to work ahead, but the bonuses, they come out as soon as they come across my desk. So if you want to be always up to date, well, they are over there for you. Of course, we do have a few credit card offers as well if you want to even maximize your earnings even further. Now, in addition to that, we do have channel memberships, which is a Discord server shared between this channel and the main channel. You just join on whichever channel is your favorite, and you get full access. The join button down there tells you more, but essentially it's $5 a month and cancel at any time. But the gist of it is we're assembling some of the best bonus hunters in the game, trying to make the most profitable community on the internet. So we find offers. I found a few people have sent me a few offers to post. People referred me to a few offers, which is great. And then we'll make blog posts. And then, of course, the gist of it is that we will use member links in videos and blog posts when applicable. Then you get to keep all that money. The gist of it, the hope is that, you will get your membership paid for through a referral or two. And anything else on top of that is extra. But there is no earning cap. We hover right around 100 members in any given month. So we'd love to see you over there if you are interested. But anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. So, of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. So we're posting content just like this every single week on how to make the bank's money become your money, of course, every single day over on profitablecontent.com. Always linked down below for you. Anyways, that'll do for this one. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.